I'm going to bring my feet together and my knees together and arms out to the side. I'm just going to roll the knees over, head the other way. And from the stomach, pulling back to the centre and over to the other side. And from the centre, back over, and then we'll go once more each way. So you're doing about 4 alternating. Shoulder blades down. And then power it back up. And then from there, see how light my feet were? We're going to bring the feet hip width apart. And let's go for a shoulder bridge. So on your out breath, let's flatten down, peel yourself up into your bridge. In breath at the top, and then breathe out and curl it back down again. So I'm using my stomach and then I'm squeezing the bum. I'm keeping my chin relaxed. I'm not pushing up into an arch. I'm keeping my tail tucked under. Okay, so you've really got a nice ski slope, making sure your knees don't drop out. So just hold it all together and really working through each vertebra at a time. So if you wanted to make this more interesting, at the top you can bring the arms over and peel yourself down, which again works through the upper back a little bit more. And I'll just do one more there. So I'm going to peel myself up and breathe and bring the arms over and then breathe out, peel down. So tucking that tail under as much as you can and then using the stomach strength to kind of stabilize the body as you bring your arms back down. So I'm then going to bring the hands behind the head and elbows out to the side. So finding your neutral again, making sure there's no weight through the feet. I'm going to curl up into a crunch and do a single knee fold. So I'm breathing out and then breathe in. As I lower down, breathe out and breathe in. So I'm keeping my elbows nice and wide. And I'm making sure there's no weight change between the changing of the legs. Really staying strong on the way down. And then I'm going to add the twist. So my hips stay nice and still. Rotate and bring it down. And last ones. Good. And then I'm going to bring the arms down and then bring your legs into a double knee fold. So again, watch that spinal position. Chin down. I'm just going to relax my arms down by my sides. I'm going to breathe out, stretch one leg out, and breathe and take it in. So you can see my chin is already starting to want to pull forwards, but I'm going to try and keep it down. To make it easier, just stretch higher up. And let's go for our last ones. And then just bring the knees into the chest. And have a little release there. Okay, knee fold position, and I'm going to take it into a double leg stretch. So I'm going to start with my head down, stretching out, and empowering back in. So it's literally all coming from the stomach, breathing out, and then I breathe in here. And breathe out to bring the legs out. Contract to bring it in, breathe in with the legs in. And a few with the head up. So just watch that we're not overarching the back. Keep all of this under control. So you can always have your hand under there to make sure that we're not letting that back pull away. And let's go for our last one. And draw it in and just have a little release there. Okay, then I'm going to bring my knees back into double knee fold, hands behind the head, elbows out to the side. I'm going to do that one leg stretch with a twist. So it's called the crisscross. So you can drop your head down in between each one. Or you can keep the head up and then kind of move straight from one into the other. Here, my hips are staying perfectly still. Elbows wide. And then I'm going to bring it in and have a little release there. Now, in your own way, we'll bring ourselves up to sitting, and then from there we're going to move to our three-quarter roll down. So I'm going to just stick my hands together. You can use your weight if you've got yours. And then we're going to tuck the tail under and slide the shoulder blades down to your level. And then I'm going to breathe out, twist. Breathe in center. Breathe out, twist. And breathe in center. Breathe out, twist. And center. And twist. And see if we can do one more. Twist. And center. And twist. And center. And then roll it up. And then stretch it forwards. Let's do that again. So I'm going to lengthen up, curl, slide the shoulder blades down, zip it up and lock, and then. So I'm trying to hide those armpits the whole way through. To make it easier, you sit a little bit higher up, or you can even do it in upright there as well. The last one, so here we go. And breathe out, in, and then pull yourself up and have a nice little stretch. So we're really trying to work on stretching that lower back there. And then I'm going to lower myself back down again. I'm going to stretch the legs out. I'm going to stretch the arms out. I'm going to do some roll-ups. So if you struggle coming up, feel free to kind of roll a mat or a towel under your back, but keep it quite flat. Just squash it down to give you a little bit more push off under the arch there. So I'm going to bring the back into the floor, follow my arms up to sitting, and then stretch, and then lengthen back up, and then curl it back down again, nicely controlled through the vertebrae. And just bring the arms forwards, sitting up tall and lengthening forwards, and then lengthen back up to sitting and curling under. Let's do one more. And then I'm going to add something for those who are a little bit more advanced. We can then also, I'll shuffle forwards a little bit, so keep going if that's what you're happy with doing, or we can bring the legs over, either keep the legs parallel or onto the floor. I'm going to flex my feet, widen my legs slightly. And then I'm going to lower all the way down, and then I'm going to point my feet. So I'm going to roll up, stretch it forwards, lengthen up, and then roll back. Keep it controlled, and embrace, bring the legs over. So I'm pointing my toes, then I'm going to flex the feet, and then slowly curl it down. So you could do a few more of those. You can always do one leg down, second leg down. Okay, if that is easier to do. And the same goes for coming up. So you can always bring one leg up, bring the second leg up, and then bring the feet over, and then flex and widen, and then we're going to curl it down. So either one leg at a time or both. Keep it controlled, and then just relax in there. Okay, so from that we're going to a side bend. So we're going to do it on a full arm. So I've got my front leg straight, my back leg bent, hand a little bit further away because we're going to shift onto it. So from here, I'm going to push up and then stretch it over. And then lower back down. And then push it up. So my whole weight shifts as I straighten my leg. Stretch. And then bring it back down. And let's go again. So we press, shift, really stretch, and then bring yourself back down. And I'll just show two on the elbow as well. So you could switch to leaning on the elbow if you prefer. Breathe up. And then in, and then once we're done, we're just going to take a gentle stretch towards the feet and then lengthen back up. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So my front leg is straight, my back leg is bent, and my hand's a bit further away, so that allows me to shift onto the hands, really reach, and then shift back down by just bending that back leg. So I'm straightening the back leg, stretching round, lifting the hips up as high as I can, and then lower back down. Now let's go for one more like this. So lifting up, reach, and lowering down, and then we'll do two on the elbow, there, and down. Just watch that alignment, so you might have to adjust as you go along. Lift up, and then I'm going to bend my knees and stretch towards the feet, and then lengthen up. Okay, now I'm going to come onto all fours and do the Superman. So, knees underneath the hips, and then hands underneath the shoulders. You can be on fists as well. And I'm just going to slide the shoulder blades down, keep my hips nice and level, nice and neutral spine, so I'm not there or there. So just try and hold yourself nice and strong, really draw the tummy in. I'm going to slide my right leg out, lift it up, using my glutes, so really using the bum, and then hold the opposite arm out. So no shifting through the weight. We're keeping the weight really nicely centered, shoulders down, stomach strong. Take a few breaths. And then we're going to bring it in, and key to not lift the hips or shift your weight, so we're staying really nicely centered. Shoulders down. Keep breathing. Squeeze the bum cheek on that back leg. Holding it there. And bring it back in. And then you could do that once more on each side if you wanted to. And I'm going to move on and come back onto our backs for some straight leg scissors. So I'm going to reach my legs up and I'm going to either leave the head down, that's fine, or we can curl the head up, and I'm going to 1, 2, 3 and switch. Breathe out, out, out and switch. And 1, 2, 3 and switch. And switch. So shoulders down and switch. And switch. Switch. So I'm just going to shuffle back on the mat. So we're going to lengthen up the legs and curl the head up. And switch. And switch. So shoulder blades down. You're trying to increase that stretch on each out breath. And stay as still in the center as you can. Last ones. And bring it in. Okay. And then our final one. Press-ups. Our favourite. Okay, so this can be press-ups or it can be a plank as well. So I'm going to show you 10 press-ups and then I'll show you how to hold a plank after that. So different levels. So we're going to roll our way down, walk it forwards. So full press-ups. We're going to be in a nice plank position, shoulder blades down. Breathe in to go down, breathe out, lift. There. Or 3/4. Knees down. Try and keep your shoulder blades down. Or we can do our press-ups on all fours. So in that case, your head is going to go to the top of your triangle that we're drawing between the hands and the head, and we're dipping forwards and pushing back. So it's not moving my spine at all. So I'm just bending the arms. Breathing in and breathing out. Last one. And then just stretch it out. Alternatively, we can hold a plank here. Okay. Again, nicely centered, making sure we're not pushing up or that the bum is up. So you've got that full plank there, controlled. Or we can come and hold a plank here on the elbows. And of course you can have the knees down there as well. And then from there, we are done. So I'm going to stretch. Curl up. And then I'm going to refer to the floor stretching routine to kind of cool down and get us all nicely stretched out again. So well done. This was the workout that's already on the website with the photos. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I look forward to seeing you for the next one. Well done.